this question will be answered throughout our discussion of this hour. So, but on a lighter note, so in today's world, like data is required, or I must say data mining, data analytics will be required in any domain. Either it is marketing, it is HR, it is finance, it is operation, or in your day-to-day life also, data management, data analytics, data mining will be required for sure. So if you are into already data analytics, so your path is smooth. You can enter into the finance domain at any time, but just data analytics will not help you. Few of the things you will have to make your mind that in which like finance is a big domain, so you'll have to find out a particular sector into the finance that in this line I want to get entered. Okay, so for that you have to some knowledge about the financial instruments, so that once you will be operating or managing the data, you will have to understand what actually you want to build, what analytics you want from there. So we have a whole chunk of data, but what is our requirement with that data? So what we going to build with that data? So if you understand that, you will be knowing about the financial instruments. So definitely companies will be coming up, like you go with LinkedIn, you go with the like I'll let you know which companies are there. Few companies I'll name. You check their websites, you will find the openings, and then you will find out that data analytics or the data management is one of their priority, like in their requirements, in their skills requirement, the data analytics is on the top priority. So this is my answer for the time being. So a request to the others that you need to put your questions in the chat box so that I can access that directly. So I'll be starting with those questions or with any one of you, so that we'll get something, because if you want me to start, I will directly jump into the career profiles, but it may happen that some of you would be belonging to the finance sector, some of you will not be belonging from the finance thing. So again, there is a myth, like if you talk about me, I also do not belong from the finance sector or the finance domain initially. I'm an engineer. I have done my 4 years computer science engineering. After that, I worked in an IT firm for 2 years. After that, I came into teaching profession. Then I did my MBA in international business. So I have, but that finance thing is important with everyone's life. So I was managing my personal finances, and I was much more interested into the finance sector. Like if you go to the equity market, if you go to the stock market, I was very much interested into that. So I keep studying at my own. I need to go through on YouTube, on Google, different websites I need to explore, and the data was segregated. So I took too much time to like prepare myself, because whenever I was looking for a finance job, as again Karan initially asked me, so they want you some initial skills, they want a degree in the finance domain, they want some experience in the finance domain, which I was not having at that time. So I usually don't get a job, but it will be your willpower, and it will be your personal interest which will keep moving you in that direction. So if you're not belonging from a finance domain or from a finance background, it should not restrict you to learn these things. So whenever you will be earning, if you are a student now, if you are already earning, whichsoever domain you are working right now, but after few years, when you will be having a good salary in your hand, you will definitely have to manage at least your finance. If not someone else, your finance, your family finance would need to be managed by you. Okay. And either you would be directly managing that, or you will be taking some another firm's help or someone else help, but you need to know that what all things are possible over there. So that flavor also I will try to take in this or will let you know in this session. So with the very basic thing, I'll just share few of the my screen would be visible to you all. These are the initial career options when I look into the investment banking, okay, or into the when you go to the private equity firm or the equity research thing. These are the 5 things, okay, when I narrow down these. So these 5 profiles we can enter into. Okay, either you are belonging from a finance background or from a non-finance background. So first one is the trader, for which, like, as initially Rahul told you, so I am not from a finance background, but I used to trade, I used to invest. Okay, so anyone can be a trader, anyone can be an investor. For that, you need your personal interest, and over the period of time, you will get interest into that. You will acquire some knowledge, you will acquire some of the experience over there, and with that, you will keep improving year by year. So in 1 year or in 6 months or in a month's time, you cannot achieve any of these career profiles over there. You'll have to put some of your time, some learnings will definitely be there. But the first profile which I have over there is a trader profile, for which you do not need anything. Okay, you do not need anything for be a trader. If you have money, you can directly be a trader. But if you want to sustain into the market, if you want to do something good, you will have to learn for that. And for this, if you are having a degree, if you are having some MBA degree, as I can see many of you are in the MBA, if you are having some CA degree, some CFA, some of the another certifications, even if you are just a graduate, or even you are not having any degree, okay, you are just a normal person, as like me, okay, as I was 10 years ago or even 15 years ago, so you can become a trader. For being a trader, we just need to know that a particular stock, a particular good, or anything, at which price we need to buy it, so that we can sell it at a higher price. Okay, so that is the first thing for being a trader, which is belonging to our finance thing. It will be good if you acquire some of the certifications that will help you to acquire some knowledge from the like, if we are in India, so I'll be talking about most about the like the resources which are available in India. So you can go to the NSE website. BSc also provides some of the certification. So NSIM certifications you can do. So in that, you will find the equity research or the investment advisor, and some other certifications are there, which will help you to learn about the market, learn about the finance. Different terms will be there, and you can make yourself establish at your own level. Okay, at your personal level. That is what about the first one. The second one, if I come about to the broker side, okay, many firms are there now, like who, like in the recent year, you may have seen that most of the companies are there who are providing you the demat accounts, and they are arriving as a broker firm. So they want many of the like employees at their side, and for which you need to acquire, like for being a broker, definitely you need to get some of the NSIM certification. Okay, and you will have to be ready with a SEBI license. Okay, if you are having these, if you are having these two things, the NSIM certification and the SEBI license, you can register yourself as a broker. So you can see many firms. If I talk about the Grow, Paytm, recently, these are the companies which came up as a broker, which provide you a platform where you can trade. So you can take your own license, you can build up your own firm, okay, or even you can work with them, already established firms. For that, you do not need the SEBI license. So, but you can get a job over there, but again, the knowledge will be required. So what knowledge I'm talking about, you need to know about the different terms in the financial sector when we are going for the investment banking, or into like some of the your career profile directly into the finance or the stock market. So these two things are very basic, and these two things, like when you are working as a trader, that is at your personal level, so nothing is required. When you're working as a broker, either you can open a broker, like your own broker firm you can open up, or you can work with any of the another company. But when we are talking about the rest 3 profiles, okay, for the investment advisor, okay, in a very nutshell, I am coming up with these things. There are too many things which we can talk about. We'll keep on discussing, but I'll let you know that what we are going to discuss about in this session. Then I'll come up with your questions and we'll try to answer all those. So when we are coming on to the investment advisor, so investment advisor basically, uh, if you are having a CFA degree, CA degree, that will be, but the most initial degree which I feel that would be there, the CFP, Certified Financial Planner. Okay. That degree, if you, or that certification, if you are owning, okay, some NISM, again, the certifications, if you'll be having, you can work as an investment advisor. So in that, what you can do, like either again, I can work as a like individual with that. So for doing that thing, I should have a very strong social network. Like as I'm connecting with you all guys right now, if I'm having a good connection, you can come up with my ed, like come to me and ask for an advice that where you need to park your money, which are the all available investment options over there. So for that, I will be come up with a fixed fee model. Okay. So where I can charge you on an annual basis or a monthly basis. So, or I can like have a job in a bank where you can see if you are doing an MBA, there are many banks coming in your college, in your like when you are applying for the jobs, and they are looking for the relationship manager or the like at that profile when someone is having a bank account in your uh, bank. So they need some of the advice when someone is holding a good amount in their saving account. You definitely approach that person to invest it somewhere. So banks usually assign individual investment advisors, the relationship manager to each of the customer. You used to get a call from the bank that I'm calling from this particular bank and I am your relationship manager or the relationship advisor, where they will like suggest you few of the things that you can put your money over there at this point. So again, for that, you must, if you are having an MBA degree, if you are having a CFP certification, again, each of the 5 profiles you can do individually into them. But when you are looking for some job, so the third one is there when you go for the investment advisory, or you can even come up with your own consultancy business where you can, on a fixed model, fixed fee model, as I initially told you, you can let everyone know, or whosoever is your customer. It's again a word of mouth thing. If you're doing good, people will keep coming to you. Otherwise, again, you can join some of the AMCs, some of the banks over there. You have some certifications again. You put your resume over there and you can clearly get a job with a good package. Okay. This is the third profile. The fourth profile come out as a research analyst, and this is majorly in the AMC, the asset management companies. What they do, they usually like put like hire the research analysts. Okay, they offer two type of roles over there. One is on the buying side, another is on the selling side. Okay, what difference is in the buying and the selling side? So if some research or the AMC is hiring a research analyst, they, if they are hiring it for a buying side. So when most of you would be aware now, definitely, that if I am having some of the SIPs, if I am putting my money in the mutual funds on a regular basis, on a monthly, weekly, or annual basis, either I am investing that into the debt funds or in the equity funds, I need to select the stocks, okay, which I need to put in my portfolio or in my fund, okay, which even the debt instruments which I need to select, okay, these are on the buying side. So when some of the like customer is coming, or if some investor is coming to your AMC to park his or her money, so being a research analyst, where you will put that money which is coming to your company, so you'll have to buy something, you'll have to buy these stocks. So for that, you need to be good into the research that which stocks are good, which like that can be either the private equity, that can be the public equity which is listed on the stock market, that can be the government bonds or the debentures or any funds, bonds. There are too many options where the money will be put up. Okay, if you are on the selling side, if you are on the selling side, which is another role provided by the research analyst, that is basically what you used to get on a daily basis, or sometimes somewhere you get a message in your mobile phone that we are providing some trading tips, or we will be giving you on a weekly or a monthly basis one stock, two stocks where you can park your money. Okay, you can earn something. So that is what the selling side, where you will be selling your research, that you are not investing their money, you are just giving them the idea. You buy this particular stock, this will reach at this price, you sell it over there. Or you will be providing them the option or the derivative strategies, where you will be like letting them know where to put, like either to buy the future or sell the future, or either you need to buy or sell the put or call options. So where you will be providing some of these strategies, the money will not directly be coming to you, but you will be selling your research, okay, what you have done. And for that, either you will be charging up as a fixed fee again, okay, or a monthly package. AMCs used to sell. Or the other thing could be done is, like, you can ask for a profit share. So there are too many things, but these are the two profiles. So you'll have to look up when people ask, we want to be a research analyst, you'll have to see that either you are good in finding out or in reading the must say the financial statements, where the profit and loss amount and the different ratios, financial ratios. If you are able to do that with the help of again the data analytics, you will have to, like, there are 5,000 of companies which are listed, and even more which are not listed, which are available in the private equity. So where you want to park someone else, your customers' money into that, you'll have to do a good research. If you are good into that, if you like that job, you should go for the buying side. When you are applying for as a research analyst in any of the company, you should go for the buying side. But if you are good in making strategies, if you are a trader, you can give some of the calls that you, in a short time, in a day time, in a week time, you can make money using someone's advice by making some trade. You would definitely need to go for the selling side. Okay, these are the two roles. Now, who can be a research analyst? As I told you, for the initial three, you just get some of the certifications and you will get a job. But research analyst, like, you will get a very good amount of salary over there. So for that, if you are a graduate in the finance domain, you would need to have 5 years of experience at least. Then they will be considering you. Like, when I say 5 years of experience, so the relevant experience into the market. Okay, then they will be hiring you for this. Okay, but if you are having a post graduation, so again you will be directly taken into a research analyst post by any of the AMC. For that, they may again ask you some of the certifications, as earlier I told. And on the interview basis, if you are having a post graduation degree, and the preferred profiles, most of the profiles which they usually have are the MBAs, so having a CFA degree, or CFA certification level 1, 2, 3, or the CA degree, and some of the experience, definitely you will get. Like, again, when I say you will get these jobs, all these 5 profiles which I have mentioned over there, you may get a job very easily at your prior experience, but these jobs are really hard, like really hard. You will have to invest your time. A lot of pressure will be there. When you're working as just a trader, only your money will be involved. But when you are working as an investment advisor or a research analyst, someone else money will be there and you will be working on that. So you'll have to be very careful. There is too much pressure on the employee whosoever is taking decision on their money. So job looks easier initially, and people are looking like, that how to get a job in a finance sector or in a finance domain. But my resume is always rejected, or it is not being selected by any of the company. The reason is they are not looking for a like normal profile. They want that person who can bear that type of pressure and who are good in making the decisions. So these are the thing. And the last profile, which is a portfolio manager, again, for this profile, no job offerings are being done in the market. These are being like, for this profile, at least 15 to 20 years of experience is needed. So those who are already working as the research analyst or at any of the above profile, so the companies, the AMCs or the other brokerage firms, they used to hire or fill these profiles internally. They want a suitable candidate. So they already find that, okay, Rahul is a good candidate. Rahul has a good name in the market. So I want Rahul only. They'll not come up with an opening. They'll come up with a person that I want this particular person. Okay, Rahul, how much will you charge? Will you work with us? some discussions, some negotiations will be going on, and then these profiles are filled up. So, but if I want to work as a portfolio manager at my, again, personal level, I can work with the HNIs, I can work with the celebrities or the very rich profile people, where the minimum portfolio size would be 25 lakh to 30 lakhs. And why they will be working with you, as if you are working individually, so you would have good name in the market, you would have a very good past experience, your results would be there, then only they can come up with you. You should have a very good social network, otherwise no one, even you will not invest your money in the market, how anyone else can give his or her money to you to invest in the market? So these are the 5 basic profiles, okay, career profiles, when you are directly coming up into the finance sector, okay, into the stock market, into the investment or trading profile. Investment banking is something else, I'll be coming up onto that next, but these are the basic 5 profiles. So again, for being an investment banker or something, again, I need a CFA degree, at least level 2 certification would be there, or you would be a CA with some of other certifications. If you're not holding that, like your CV selection, or you would be having a very good past experience into the finance domain, then it would be easy. Or if you would be a very extraordinary person, you will be directly get selected by some of the companies in your institution itself. So I want to stop here for a time being for your queries. If for the time being, if you are having any query into this, I'll be coming on to the private equity and the investment banking, so that I can narrate, like, there is too much to learn about these things, okay, but in a nutshell, when we are just having a discussion on it, I can just let you know the path, whether, like, many people feel I want a job into the finance sector, I want to do, you can easily get over there, okay, but if you are going in a professional way, you will have to definitely get some professional certifications or the degrees for that. So I think Shrey is having some of the questions.
Yeah, am I audible, Ankit?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Good evening. Actually, I just wanted to tell that, for instance, if we aim at being a research analyst or an equity analyst, since I interned with hedge equities like last summers, so
Correct.
the thing is that I came to know that initial pay as we enter into the entry level roles and all, like initially being an associate or working with a company, so they don't pay people a lot. So like, is that the condition even after an MBA also? So does that
No,
happen?
like, so again, it happens. So what is your current uh, education right now? Are you a graduate only?
Yeah, so I'm pursuing an MBA in business analytics from SIBM Bengaluru.
Okay, SIBM Bangalore. Okay, that's great. So it completely, like, you are into the data analytics and you have just made an intern with some of the company, and you will be in your final year and you will be going for the final placement. Okay, maybe those to whom you have talked about, and I do not know what is your expectation, and you are just saying that they get a very less. So it may happen that 15 lakh or 20 lakh of LPA will be less for you, and for someone 5 or 10 lakh LPA will be. So that range is up to you. But if you are having an MBA degree, you have some of the certifications, and you are hitting the, like, as I told you, 2 profiles you will be definitely getting over there: buying or the selling. So when you are working as a intern in the hedge funds or in the hedging profile, you would be working with the options, okay, or some of the other like another financial instrument, so that you can hedge some of the portfolios over there. So being an intern, sometime we get some good work. I have interned in many of the companies many a time. We go with a good expectation, and being an intern, that is just there for a month or 2 or 3, okay, not much time. So we'll have to put some of the time. So my expectation that if you are going to be a research analyst, depending on your, again, the college profile, okay, which type of companies are coming into your college for the placements, more than in India, like, you would definitely get a 10 to 15 LPA normally, okay, for a research analyst. And once you will be having a good exposure, like even for a year or two, you will be very clear that which side as a research analyst I need to work in future, and then a growth is good. And as I told you that after a few years, most of the consultant, like most of the analysts or these people, they come up with their own consultancy firm and they work with some of the companies, but as per like their ability, they used to work as an individual investment advisor, or some of the things they handle at their own level. So after 5 to 10 years, you will be at that level where either you can continue with some of the company, okay, or you can start at your own. So I don't see that there is a bad future in any of these. And if you look at the market situation, okay, and if you compare it with USA or in any of the developed nation, already 60%, like before COVID, 60% of the population used to invest their money in any of the financial instruments. But here in India, we used to like hardly a 2-3% of whole population was putting their money into the market, into the financial instruments. Now the market is expanding, and you can see, as initially I told you, that in last year itself you would have seen there is a lot of expansion. And if you are following the market index, you can even see that they are rising to the skies. So again, the Nifty and the Sensex have landed up into the uncharted territory, and we do not know what is there. So market is growing. We cannot say that the Nifty and the Sensex will go up to this level. There is a huge potential in our country at this moment. So if you look your profile in any of these, definitely you should go as a research analyst. Don't worry initially about the pay scale. Okay, it is always good. You should start with a higher pay scale, but again, the work satisfaction is the another thing. If you're getting that, so definitely you will enjoy your work. Otherwise, you will feel pressured if you land up in a wrong role, which you do not prefer. So that is on to this. Think we have another question.
Yeah,
Some raised
okay.
hand.
Okay, we have two
Yeah.
questions.
Mhm.
Before Deepish, we have a question from Annie about private equity. So
Yes.
would you like to?
I can see. Yeah. I'll come on to the private equity in few minutes. So any, I think you can wait for that. And Karthik has also put up some questions that I am currently pursuing MBA in business analytics and want to pursue a career in a field related to stock market. What are the job profiles available and the skills required to excel? So Karthik, actually these were the things, 5 profiles which I have already drawn down over there. These were the things related to the stock market which you would be doing, but I'll cover again in few, let some more questions come up on the same line. Otherwise I'll answer your query. So
we have two more questions. One
yes,
from
we have, I
Deepish.
think, yeah.
So Deepish, if you could unmute and ask your question.
Yeah. Hi Ankit, I'm currently a pre-finance student at IIT Kurukshetra. I'm good at data science and data analysis. I have interned at AlphaBot for around 3 months, and I have backtested option trading strategies, specifically on Bank Nifty,
Okay.
for around 2 to 3 months, and I have good experience in options. I was just looking to how can I enter into the hedge fund as a quant trader or as a quantitative trading intern.
So you are currently in your BTech from NIT.
Yeah, NIT Kurukshetra.
Yeah, NIT Kurukshetra. So like again, this thing, as I told you initially, that MBA, CA, CFAs, when you go as an engineer, again on the development side, as it is being discussed, like he's having a question with us that he is being an engineer already doing something. So when you're going for the hedge fund or going for a hedging profile, definitely you need to understand the financial instruments over there, about the options, about the futures, even the shares or the stocks in the cash market, how you are making the strategies. So as you are working for the last 2-3 months and you are looking for the data science, so yes, good combination would be there, okay, for that. But again, the basic certification, so for that, if you go for the NISM, there are some certifications available for the derivatives. Okay, you need to complete that. That is just the very basic, and I think that is very basic, anyone can clear. If someone is willing about that, people can clear the NISM certification. But if you go for the CFA certification, that will help you definitely in your career. I'll just show you a few things here. The things which you are looking for. Have you gone through the let me show you. This is what the syllabus of your CFA. Okay, and you can see that the everything are being covered, whatever profile you would be looking for. And most of, like, when you move further, the derivative investment and the equity investment, these are the major profile or the portfolio management, where when we go for the portfolio management, most of the time we need to put our like focus on hedging the portfolio, because you cannot leave it alone to grow or to degrade. So this will help you. This certification will definitely help you at your present level, where you are working as a like in your final year and you are looking for a job as a data scientist in any of the equity firm or in any of the equity research or any in the AMCs. Definitely you should go with this. There, your interest, I got that your interest in making these strategies for hedging the funds and to develop some of the strategies where there your, like, both sides are secured. You are aiming for a limited profit in a certain time and you are ready to take a particular loss for that particular strategy. So this course will definitely help you, and you should go with this.
Okay, yeah, actually, I was looking also get into like high frequency trading firms and also the prop desk.
Correct. So
So like,
did you
what should I expect them? Like, I am having some interviews from crypto trading firms.
like crypto has become a particular topic and recently. So even when I talk about myself, I do not trade in crypto. I'm even learning it at a very basic level. So it will take some time. It may take you either at least 2 to 3 years experience will be required. I hope, like as you told that you are trading in bank nifty and you are hedging the positions over there with the help of options. Like market go in a cycle, and that cycle can be from an year to even several years. So the market is going in a bull phase right now and the market is in uptrend. You would be making some of the profits due to your strategies, but you will have to put some time in the market. And if you are not looking for a job, if you feel that you are doing good at your personal level, and whatever a company will be offering to you, you can even generate more at your own with your funds itself. So it's very easy to work at your own. But I'll again, as you are already doing in a hedging, okay, you are processing in a hedge strategies. So sometime when the market will be in a narrow range, it will be going like in a consolidation phase, as you would have seen in the last 2 months. Or if sometime if it go into the like downtrend, you will have to change your strategies a lot. Like you cannot opt whatever you are doing from last 2 3 months and you are making some good results over there. That will not happen when the market changes direction. So then you will feel why my strategies are not working. And it may happen that your mind is working only in one direction, so you'll have to think, you will have to change your strategies, and that will actually require some time. So if you feel that in 2 3 months, if you are making some good results, so you are made for that particular area or made for particular thing in finance sector. But what will happen if you are making good money or if you are having good results from last 2 3 months? It may happen you may increase your trade quantity, you may increase you may go beyond to your expectation. And if that time, if market changes direction or if it goes into the consolidation phase, so then it will become a problem to your individual level, because you'll not be able to handle that thing. So it always advisable that at least 2 to 3 years experience in these sectors will be required. So when you are looking for crypto or some pro data thing, so you will have to take at least some job initially. Okay, because there you will come up with too much data, and as you are already in data science, so there you will be actually like when until we are in college, until we are doing it our own, we know few of the things. But when we actually go into the real market, we need to learn a lot from there. So my suggestion to you will be there that whatever you are doing good, that is great enough, but keep some time for learning. Okay, get a job, and after 2 3 years only you will come up that what is actually meant for you. So initially at this level, when we make some good results from our strategies, it seems that we know everything. But actually time will tell you that how much we know and how much is there to learn more.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have one more question from
Yeah,
Animesh.
just one question. Yeah, hello. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Ankit, I just wanted to know if you could help me out with some basics of stock market, like how does a stock market function and the terminologies used in stock market. So it would be a great help.
Yeah,
Like if you
I'll come on to that, but for that, as initially Rahul told that I had a long discussion with Rahul last week when we were coming up with the topics. So our today's agenda is just to talk about the profiles over there in like those who are there. I will definitely come up because if you want to know the very basic how stock market work, so
yeah,
if you are already there in the market, you would need to know that. But if you are new to the market, it will take some time so that I can like in a single line or two line in a minute, it will not be feasible for me to uh, transfer that thing to you, and you will not be able to understand that. So it will not be adjusted justice to your question. So sorry for the time being. I'll try to connect you on LinkedIn. You can connect me on LinkedIn. I can have a discussion on this topic with you there. But for the time being, I will restrict myself to our today's agenda.
sure, no issues at all.
Yeah.
Just if you could tell me if I could refer some any material, particularly where I could gain some practical knowledge on it.
So what is your expectation? Like what you
Get
actually
to
need
what
to do?
get to know the stock market, like how stock market functions, bear, bull run, each and everything. Why does a share price rise? Why does it fall? And if the prices rise, so it goes to the company owner, or it revolves in the or the cash flows in the market itself.
Okay. So I'll just again these questions what you are talking about. So you would be very clear with the bull and the bear thing that if
Yeah,
market is or any stock is going up, that will be the your bullish thing,
bullish.
and if yeah it will crack, so it will come as the bear phase. So when or like how and why these things are happening and who will be getting benefited from this. So as we were having a discussion on the hedging strategy or something, so whosoever is owning the company's stocks, they will be getting benefited. So either they can be the promoter of the companies, they can be the institutions, that can be the public. Okay, anyone, if you are holding some of these stocks of that company and the company price is going up, obviously the profit will be coming to the equity holder of that particular company. But why does that increases? So the game is on their profitability, their financial ratios, their financial statements. And apart from that, if you're looking at the current market, there is some type of chasing to the market. Everyone is looking for the profit. So again, the demand and supply thing will come into the picture. So there is too much to understand. So again, when you want to let me know that how to start with this, I can again let you know a lot of material is available on Google and YouTube. If you can start basics of the stock market. So what you need to initially go with, you go with the IPOs. How does an IPO work? How does an IPO come into the market? That will really help you to understand how the company is going from private equity to the public equity and how they raises uh, money from the market, who is getting benefited, and why the company prices goes up, why does it go down, how the price of a particular company is decided. So you should need to go with the IPO. So on Google, you on YouTube, you will get too much content over there. Start with that, and then you can come up with many of your questions to me. You put up there on the LinkedIn, I'll definitely get back to you.
So just a small request, if you could type in chat box or LinkedIn profile so that we can connect easily.
Yes, I'll put that. I'll put that. No worries.
Or like, is there any like Ankit Jindal? Like I searched because there are so many Ankit Jindal, so I could not recognize.
Yeah. I'll put that. I think Daniel is helping us with that. Or otherwise, in between, I'll put that. No worries.
Sure, that will be a great help. Thank you.
Animesh. Yeah, thank you. Another question from Animesh.
No, not really. I think we're good
Okay.
to go. Please move on.
Okay. So I'll come up with the another thing. So here, what are the things? So as I told you that the second agenda of today's session is that the question which already came from the any side regarding the private equity. What is private equity? I'll come on to that. So another thing is about the investment banking. People are willing to get a job in investment bank, and what they are actually doing. So as usual, we used to deal with the retail banks where we have our saving bank account or even the current bank account. Why don't we have a account in the investment bank? Because the job of an investment bank is different, and you can have some of the things over there. So now, what is private equity? In a very simple thing, let's suppose I'm having a company. Currently, I'm like working as a single player, or I'm having a private limited where few people are working privately. And if I want to generate some cash for this company without being listed onto the stock market, I will come up with the private equity where I may go up into the market. And who will help me? The investment banks can help me to raise some capital to grow my business, okay, to make some of the diversification, to like fulfill my expansion of my business, or to acquire something into my business. So I need some of the funding can come up into many ways. One of the way is private equity, where I'll be selling my private equity to some of the companies, to some of the investors. Those investors can be the high net worth individuals, or some of the institutions can be there, or like you must be aware that every month the investment from the companies are put to be into the debentures or in the funds, too many funds. So from there, I can sell some part of my company, okay, which is a private thing. I'm not going to be listed onto the stock market. When I'm selling that thing privately, that is called the private equity. And who is helping out that company for generating that private equity, or to raise some of the money? So there the investment banks comes into the picture, okay. And like, as you can read, very basic slide it is there, but I'll let you know what are the functions of these different things which you can see over there. That investment banks act as intermediary between companies who want to raise money and investor. They want to invest their money. So it's not like just the saving bank account, you can open your account. They actually would be doing some things where when I want to raise money for my company, I'm selling some part of my company to someone else. Who is going to decide that what is the price of my company? It may happen that the financial statements are being manipulated by myself, so I can ask for higher money. So then a reliable investment bank comes into the picture, who will analyze my company, okay, who will analyze my company, that the price of particular share would be this much, and if somebody is ready to invest into that, and why that person will be ready to invest at that particular price, because a reliable investment bank is already there into the picture. That will help that yes, the pricing is coming out perfectly and they can invest, okay. Why can we, like, as an individual, can I invest into the private equity? Yes, I can invest also into the private equity. If someone is looking some private company, let's suppose talk about Paytm itself, okay. Till the time the Paytm IPO is not in the market, okay, that's a private company for the time being. If they're looking for the funding, so have they already generated some of the private equity into the market? Yes, they would definitely would have raised some of the money from the different resources. And even if I want to invest something into the Paytm, if they are ready to accept, if they are ready to sell their private equity, I can invest. The amount will be higher, but there will be less liquidity in comparison to those public equity which are already listed on the stock market. So that's why private equity is what we as a retailer or a general public, we are not getting that much exposure. But when you are going to get a job into such market, investment banks are the only resource, or some of the AMCs also help now to raise the private equity from the market. So this is on the private equity, and these are the work, like the basic work of an investment bank is to be a mediator. And what type of things they usually provide: the mergers and acquisition, the market research, and the trading. Again, the market research we have already done, that two type of market research are there. So they will be there on the buying side. And which type of buying side they will be doing? So market research is being done, that how the competitors are doing and what is the exact valuation of a company. So when a private company is also going to be public, you would have seen in the previous year too many IPOs were coming into the market, either in the India market or in the US market. Okay, who decide their prices? Okay, as earlier there was a question how the price of a company is being decided. So investment banks help the company to decide the fair price, or even whatever they are looking for. They come into the picture, they analyze their books, their financial statements, and they come up with a particular price. You can see, I'll let you know. These are the different profiles actually, which you will find in the investment bank. Okay, in the front office, that an investment bank can give you a role in the investment banking. They can also help you being a job in AMC, which we have already discussed enough in those 5 profiles. Again, the sales and trading profile will be there. The private wealth management, again, the same thing which I told, everything is being related to the same. Again and again, the things will keep repeating. So private wealth management, again, the HNIs, the high net worth individuals, and those very rich population, those who are having too much of amount, they want to invest something, they take help from the investment banks. So they directly don't put too much of your money or their money into the stocks or in the mutual funds. They go to the investment bank. So everything, as the question was coming up, that how to start learning about the stock market, you would need to start from the IPO, and then step by step you need to know that how the things are working. And if you think that being in a college and being in a first job you will become an investment banker, so definitely that is not going to happen. You will have to study a lot for that, and you'll have to make a step by step. So being an investment advisor, the FRM course is there, the CFA course is there, which are definitely needed. If you make something good in these 2 certifications, definitely you will, like, your questions will automatically being answered while studying these courses.
Let me see if we have any other question. Not really. And we have around 15 minutes, Ankit. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Let them. If anyone wants to come up with some of the questions, they can.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yes, yeah. Balu, I can hear you.
Yeah. So quick question. So for example, let's say, Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala wants to invest in any one of the listed companies, let's say IEX. So he
Correct.
will go through investment banks, or he will directly go and buy the stocks in the market?
Yes. So they can do both the ways. So when you talk about the IEX and you are talking about a very HNI, so it may happen that I do not know what is the present stake of Jhunjhunwala in the IEX stock. If they are having a good holding, okay, they can go through either the block deal. So what happens if let's suppose, I'll just give you a rough example for this. If a person is holding 2% of the company's stake, okay, and if they want to even sell 0.1% of his stake of that company into the market, that stock will crash, because if there is not that much liquidity in the market, and if a big person or if a big holder is putting too many stocks in the market at a particular price, so what will happen? The liquidity will be sucked, and the price of that stock will be like come up at a very you must say the lower bracket, it will come up. Okay. Now what will happen if they want to sell their stock? So let's suppose they want to sell 10 lakhs of the stock of IEX. So that would be done through a block deal. Okay. That they will need the help from the investment banks. So that cannot be done into the public market. So on NSE website, on BSE website, you will come to know about the block deals, that if there is some company, okay, which is having a block deal, that happens at a particular time, where you can see the big hands will be exchanging the stocks. So you will not be able to like, so it may happen that the price of IEX in the stock market is 400 rupees per share. Okay, but the deal may happen at 380 rupees per share. So only the two big hands will be exchanging the stocks, and that will not come into the market. But if they are selling stocks, some of the holding into the market itself, so as I told you, the price of that stock will come into the lower circuit, and that will impact the price of that company. So this is the answer of your question. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Ankit. Got it.
Yes.
Ankit, we have 3 more questions, and I
Yes.
think these should be the 3 last questions for today's session. But
Okay.
then I'd like to ask you to post your LinkedIn profile chat so people can add you, because it's such an interesting topic. I'm sure people are going to profit from that. There's a question from, sorry if I mispronounce your name, from Sarav, was asking if courses on Coursera, Udemy, EDX, if they are valuable for data analysts and financial analysts.
Yes, I come up with, so just a second. So I have posted the link of my LinkedIn profile in the chat box to everyone. So, okay, now I come up with the Saurabh's question. Courses and certification provided on online websites are valuable or not for data analysis and financial. So, Saurabh, am I audible to you? Can you open your mic for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Saurabh, currently, what are you doing? Like, have you done any of the certifications earlier, or what is your current education level?
Sir, currently I am pursuing my MBA and from Patna.
Okay. Okay. And have you gone through any of the, like, in which domain you are doing it, and have you done any of the certification anywhere, from anywhere?
No, sir, not currently, but I seen some ads of data analyst certificate by Google on Coursera. That is why I am asking.
Okay, and in which domain you are pursuing your MBA right now?
Sir, I am a BBA graduate in finance, and currently I am starting my MBA. And
okay, got it. So as you are having the finance, already graduated in finance, so, and you are in your formative years, you are just going to your post-graduation course, I must say that some of the certification, like, you have not tasted any of the certification, either the paid or the free. Okay, you must need to attend at least 1 or 2 certifications, either the free or the paid one. And learning is something you will have to pay for it. It may happen that after certification, you will realize whether this was for me or this was not for me, but the money which you have spent on education will not be wasted for sure. So my request to you, or my suggestion to you, is that at least you should go with 1 or 2 certifications initially. You need to understand whether it is meant for you or not, whether these courses are in your interest or not, whether you are liking that or not. Because when we go for a basic graduation course for 3 years, many a times it happens that our interest is there only in few of the subjects, not in the entire degree. So for the time being, yes, the EDX, the Udemy, Coursera, I myself have attended too many courses on all the 3 websites. So in my initial years and now also, whenever I like, I go with a structured course available on these websites or somewhere else, and definitely these will help you. So you should definitely go with that. And if they provide you some of the job opportunity, and if you like that, definitely you will have to go for that. So first try it at least. Yeah. Those are necessary for sure.
Ankit, we have 3 more questions. There's one more came in, but then
I'll go through that. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we're moving to the end so that we can respect our schedule. So there is a question from Radhita.
Radhita. Yeah, Radhita.
Yes, sir.
And
I'll go through it.
He's asking when what he should do if he wanted to shift his career to be an advisor.
So Radhika is asking that from where and what should I do if I want to shift my career to be an advisor? Any advice for what kind of company I could join? I was an engineer back then, specifically an architect, and now start thinking to move forward to investment banking area. How is it possible? Okay, so my suggestion to this is like as again, if you are looking for your career into the advising side, the CFP course, okay, the CFP certification, which is for the financial planning. Once you understand that, and if you have done your graduation, you are working from a sometime 1 year or 2 year. Many people take time, but if you are dedicated about it, you can complete that certification within a month or even 2 months time. The time taken by you maybe 3 months also. So that is what the very first basic course you should start with. There you will come to know, like as your initial learning was as an architect, and then you would be working as an engineer. Now you are thinking you are in a step to change your domain from engineering to the finance lane. Again, some type of knowledge, like I got this opportunity today to connect with you all on a very auspicious day of like in India as an Teachers Day. I'm like feel delighted to pass on this thing to all of you, that we need to first learn something and then we can decide whether we want to go over there or not. So I come up with these things that I want career into that, but we do not know anything about it. So I give you few basic things, few basic profiles roles which you can get. So what I told you, that these 5 profiles you can get, definitely you will end up in these 5 profiles, or there will be few more profiles which you can found, but you will have to do something at your own. I cannot come up here, or anyone cannot come up over there and will feed the entire certification in your mind, or so you will have to start with. So in case of Radhita, you would need to go with the CFP course for sure. Then you will come to know again whether you should go with that ahead or not. If you will be at least getting that, you will be feeling confident about it. Okay. And again, the another course in parallel to that, you can go for the NISM certification as a financial advisor. These two certifications you can either do in parallel. Once you complete that, automatically you will come up with different profiles with different company names where you can apply for a job, and you can switch over there.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the answer.
Well, unfortunately, we won't be able to answer all the questions that are popping in, but I'll be taking the last question by, I don't know, if it's Vibe Hub. Sorry if I mispronounced it.
Hi.
So
actually,
please let us know your question.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. This is Vaibhav this side. Actually, I'm pursuing my MBA from National Institute of Railways, like in Vadodara. So basically, it's a domain. My domain is supply chain management. So like I have an experience of many things. Like I completed my graduation in automobile, but at that time of that BS4 to BS6 changing, there was all companies were shut down. So I started in stock marketing. So I actually generated a profit of 3.5 lakh at that time. But I actually have a habit of learning new things. So I was just asking that I don't have a finance background, okay, but I usually learn many things. I even completed my certification course in digital marketing, in business analytics, and recently I just completed today my one of my certification course, that is from Niti Bombay in business analytics. So I was just asking right now, I have just stopped myself and going in trading and stock marketing. So should I continue with that thing, or should I focus on the companies that are coming for the placements?
So my general advice to you is, if you like trading and investing, both are the different things. So if you like trading, you will have to be in the market thoroughly. Like, it cannot happen that you made money for 3 months and then you are out from the market, and then you are thinking whatever you did in the previous 3 months, you will be able to do the same in the next year also. Okay.
Yes.
So you'll have to be there in the market thoroughly. Either you can reduce your trade. Okay. Like, when you are into your as you are saying, some companies are coming over there, so you can reduce your quantity of your trade. But, or you can even make that a very little, but you will have to be in touch with the market, that how market is behaving. So that is first thing. But if you are in your learning phase and you are feeling that you want to go into different company, and this trading and investment is just your hobby which you can continue later on, so my suggestion to you is that you should first focus on your education. You should get a job in some of the company. Okay. If you are doing this stock market and trading from last few months only, you can put it on hold. Market will be there for the entire, like, either we are there or not, but market will definitely be there. Opportunities will be there every day. Okay. So you can do that later on. If companies are coming to your college, you first secure a job over there, because in market nothing is certain. Okay. You made profit, that is very wonderful in last few months, but there is no commitment that you will made either the same profit in future also. So
No, I would.
yeah.
My like I actually started this when I was in graduation. Like in final year, I was in final year. I started at that time.
Okay.
There was in starting there was a little bit loss, but then I
Correct.
came to know how to work in a market, how to understand all the
So,
market things.
so since
But now
how
I'm just
since
thinking,
how many years you are there in the market?
you can take like 3 years, almost 3 years. I've
Okay.
completed almost
Okay.
3 years, but I
Okay.
don't have any kind of certification in that process. So like
So
I'm just doing it for fun to earn. So should I
okay.
go with there is a little bit confusion in my mind that should I keep this in continuation, or should I stop right now and go for the companies first and then I should opt this?
No, if you are doing it for your own, okay. So if you are trading just in the cash market, you can switch to the derivatives, because in derivatives in next 5 to 10 years, you'll see as the SIP came and the mutual funds was present in the market for the last 5 to 10 years, but now aggressively these are being marketing to everyone. So in next 10 years, like, our future is there in the derivative segment. So if you start learning that, okay, at your own level, too much content, again for that you can do some of the certification. Okay. That will be good. And in parallel to that, you keep trading, keep investing whatever amount you are having. But getting a job, if you want a job into the finance segment, so definitely certifications will definitely be required. But as you are saying, you are doing too many courses in parallel, first you will have to make sure in which sector you are looking for a job. So either you want to be in a data analytics, or you are doing some digital marketing or digital
No,
content generation course.
basically I am just doing for supply chain management. That is in operations.
Correct.
I'm going for operations, but this side, like if we go for a finance thing, like so I'm just interested in stock marketing and all tradings and
Like,
all.
so again, if supply chain management you are going, you will have to focus your, like, complete focus will be there on that job itself, on that profile itself. Supply chain management is completely different from finance. Finance can be your interest, your hobby. So if you are pursuing that as an hobby, no certification is required, you just start gaining the knowledge. So you'll be having too many certifications which you can do as per your, like, you will feel satisfied that I have done some of the courses. So at the individual level, I do not need too many certifications. Okay. But if you are not looking your future in supply chain management and you are looking in the finance sector, in the mark, like, trading and investment thing, then definitely you will have to go with the certification. So you'll have to decide first that either this financial journey you are looking as a professional thing or at a personal level. So if you are doing that at a personal level, I must say certification, you don't need to pressurize yourself. Your focus should be there on your present agenda or your present job role. But if you want to make a future in finance, definitely then certifications are required. And the basic certifications, again, CFP is the very basic one, which will help you, and then you can go for the CFA and NSIM certification. Those are very basic. Okay, those are very basic, and that will be very like just give you a boost of confidence that yes, you can go for some of the higher certifications also.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
I'm really sorry we are reaching the end of this session with such an amazing topic. Time flies with so much learning. Unfortunately, there were many questions that couldn't be answered now, but I'm sure Ankit will be really excited and happy to answer your questions through LinkedIn. Ankit, I'd like to thank you very much for the wonderful talk, for bringing so much knowledge to all of us. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. I mean, either this morning, in my case, afternoon or evening for most of you. And I'd like to invite you all for our next talk in this very special month, as Raul said, our corporate September. Next week, we're going to have Professor Dr. Paulette Dale, author of many books. Her newest book is Did You Say Something, Susan? And the topic for next week will be effective communication in the corporate world. So she's a specialist in communication. And once we release the form for registration, there will be a space for you to add topics you would like to discuss, right? So once again, thank you all very much for your time, for being here with us. Ankit, once again, thank you very much for everything.
Thank you, Daniel, for being for providing this platform and for this communication and this time. So sorry for those to whom I was not able to answer this time, but definitely you come up with your query on LinkedIn. I will definitely get back to you either on the personal level or I will try to reply back there as well. So we'll try to see you all next time whenever time allows. So we'll be happy to serve you all later.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and thank you all. And hope to see you next week with also a wonderful session. Take care. Have a great week and see you on Sunday. Bye-bye, you all. Take care.